G'day and welcome to the episode. I'm Tim James and this is Island Life. In this episode we're going to try and ride all the way around Tablas Island here in the Philippines. After 18 months of lockdown, there's a rumour that the checkpoints have been pulled down. And in this part of the world there's really only one way to test if a rumour's true, and that's to go and see for yourself. So, let's do it. We good? Alright, Moto vlog number 2, day number 2 of our ride circumnavigating Tablas Island here in the Philippines. Yesterday didn't go to plan. We had a long ride, 100 kilometers over 3 hours up from my house, at the southern end of Tablas Island. We went up past the airport and up the east coast. Stunning ride, beautiful weather. Everything was going great. I was filming for this video and I foolishly made a complete rookie mistake and didn't check the angle of the camera correctly on the chest mount, and as a result the footage was unusable, just staring at the tank. And so all the filming I did yesterday is useless, so we're going to start again today, day 2. So to bring you up to speed, I'm with Andy from Pili Divers. That's Andy. We're planning a 3-day trip, so we'll be, this day 2, we'll be riding south from where we are up on the northern end of the island. We arrived here yesterday afternoon at our friend's resort. That's our friend Owen. Him and his wife Angie own a resort here called Footprints. Fantastic resort, lovely couple, good people, and we had a fabulous night, a few beers, great meal. They lit a bonfire on the beach, really nice. So we are now going up into the mountains up there to visit a friend of ours has just moved into his new home up there somewhere, and we don't really know how to find it, so Owen has kindly offered to guide us up, so we're going to head up there. It's not very far apparently, just a few kilometers, so this will be a short little stint, but yeah, we're going to go up there and have a look at his new home, check that out, and then Owen will come back here to Footprints. Andy and I will head south. We're going to a friend's house down south. We're on the west coast of the island now, so we're going to head south down the west coast through the main town on the island, and then once we've got through the main town, we'll head out to our friend's house, which is down on the beach there. We'll stay the night with Malcolm and Ivy, Again, another lovely couple, really good friends. So apparently they're planning a Korean barbecue for us, which sounds great. Can't wait, love Korean. And then tomorrow we'll head back home to the southern tip of the island, where my wife and daughter are waiting. It's been great to be able to get away after 18 months of lockdowns and travel pass requirements and restrictions. There is no way we could have done this ride any earlier. They literally just lifted the restrictions on the island. Andy and I weren't convinced that that was the case, because the local governments can just impose their own rules, even if the governor of the region says open everything up. So we went through about half a dozen checkpoints that were completely unmanned, but all the signage was still there yesterday while we were riding, and they were fine. But then we got up north and we hit a barrier checkpoint with a barrier up. Oi, puppy. And the policeman didn't even stop us. He just let the barrier down and waved us through. Then we hit another one and the barrier was down, and there was a couple of policemen there and they just waved. So turns out that the island is open and we can ride wherever we want, whenever we want, finally, which is great. Really miss traveling. So this circumnavigation of the island over 3 days has been basically an exploration to see if we really can do it. So now we'll be able to start traveling. I'll be able to start going away with my family. Andy and I can start planning some other road trips. We were talking last night about doing some rides over the mountains in the middle of the island, because the road runs basically around the coast of the island. Tablas Island, to give you that truck was scary. To give you an idea, Tablas Island is right in the middle of the Philippines archipelago. Beautiful island with really varied terrain. The mountains in the middle are sort of about, I think they're up past 2,000 feet, so 600 meters plus. Really rugged in places. Down south where we live, it's a lot of beautiful white sandy beaches, great coral, great diving. Up north here, it's far more rugged with big cliffs and steep terrain. Being able to ride around an island like this is just an absolute blessing. No complaints at all. So Tablas Island is about 60 kilometers long. It's about 20 kilometers wide. The capital of the Philippines, Manila, or Greater Metro Manila, is about the same size, except that Metro Manila has 20 million people roughly, and Tablas has about 200,000 people roughly. So we're at like 1/100th, if my maths is correct, of the population of Manila, but on the same size. So yeah, for us living here, it's really, really good. Looks like this is where we're turning. Really, really good in terms of population density. The traffic, I know I'm sitting behind a truck, but the traffic density is really low. We've generally got the roads to ourselves, which is great. There's no pollution, which is great. We lived in Manila for many, many years, and it's so nice to finally be living down here. We've built our house now, which, if you've seen some of my previous vlogs, all of those processes that we went through to build our family home and all the bits and pieces that go along with that are on my YouTube channel if you want to check it out. But now that we've got through all these lockdowns, hopefully got through all these lockdowns, looks like, this is Warren, he's the owner. Okay, thanks Warren. Good lad. Warren looks after our internet. So we're going up to his house now. Yeah, so I was thinking that, I was actually just talking to Andy about it. I was thinking that maybe I might start shifting the theme of my YouTube channel from all the construction stuff I've been doing to maybe doing more of these moto vlogs, just riding around and seeing what we see and talking about it as we go. Okay, what do we got here? Looks like this must be the entrance to the property.
Still have a few more weeks, I guess.
planning if I will bring my car there and park or I need to go.
Thanks, mate. See you soon.
You are always welcome. Huh?
Thanks, sir.
See you.
I'll see you very soon. No doubt. We'll come back.
Welcome. Thank you. Thank you.
Alrighty, beautiful house, great view. Love it. Thanks, mate. Shall do, thank you. Alright. Just had a bit of a thunderstorm move through, so everything's wet. That's okay. Okay, so we're leaving the northern end of the island now. Day 2. I think it's about 10 AM. We've got a fairly short, it's not like yesterday, a fairly short run down. We're going to go down to the biggest town on the island, Ojongan, and then from there we're going down the west coast. We're going to go down to a place called Buena Vista. Beautiful view, which it is. Our friend Malcolm has a house down there on the water, beautiful property. So this run's probably only going to be an hour or so. So we'll get going, and I'm looking forward to seeing Malcolm and Ivy. Should be great. Something just hit me on the foot. What was that? Oh. Alright, so yesterday Andy set a really nice pace out front, really cruising, nothing silly. Long rides like this, kind of on new roads, don't really know what's coming up or what's coming the other way, so so we'll do the same thing. The roads up the northern end of the island are much faster, are more open, high speed roads. These little bikes are kind of a little bit slow for these roads up here, especially the way I've got this bike geared right down, because down south where we live the roads are terrible, so having a bike that tops out at 70 kilometers an hour is all we need. But for up here it's a little bit slow. So these high speed sections that we're about to ride now, it gets all thrashy and noisy, so I'm going to shut the camera down and I'll turn it back on when we get to Ojongan as we go through the main town, so you can see the biggest town on Tablas Island. It is now about 30 minutes later. We've just done the high speed section from Footprints Beach Resort down to Ojongan Township. It's basically sitting on top speed of the bike all the way, which is not much more than this actually. And we're now coming into the largest town on the island, and this is the centre of commerce. It's where all the banks are, the only place where there's banks on the whole island, and ATMs. There's also a very large wet market here. There's a lot of large hardware stores. There's a lot of automotive businesses that can look after cars. So yeah, it's basically the go-to place for anything significant. Yeah, that's one way to do it. And it's also home to a very large university. I think I saw the numbers somewhere. It's about 200,000 people on the island, and about 100,000 of them live here in Ojongan. So it's quite a large population. And I think there is about 20,000 students at that university. So a fifth of the population of the whole town is, I guess it's almost a city, isn't it? Uni students. So there's a lot of traffic on the roads here. It does get quite busy at times. There is a large port here. This is where the big ferries come in, what they call ro-ro, roll on, roll off, so you can put trucks, cars, motorcycles on and off them. And I think they hold roughly like 300 or 400 people. Each person gets their own bed, sleeping berth, and they're overnight ferries. Generally, I think the ride is, it's about 10 hours from here up to the port of Batangas, which is to the south of Manila, and from there you get a bus up to Manila if you want to go to Manila, or obviously reverse that if you want to come down to the island. Especially now during the pandemic with the airport shut down, flights are shut down. I'm pretty sure they are. We were at the airport yesterday, it looked very closed. So I think at the moment, I think you probably still have to do quarantine. I'm not sure about the travelling arrangements, but yeah, this is the place where you're going to get on and get off the island via ferry. Right now, we just need to shoot through here. I'm going to jump in front of Andy because I just lost my glasses and I don't even know how I did it, but they're gone. I can't find them. So I'm just going to stop in at the optometrist, buy a new pair of glasses while we're here, and then we'll head on south down to our friends. Follow me, mate. Talking to him like you can hear me. We'll head down to Malcolm and Ivy's place, which is about another half an hour south of here. So yeah, lazy 1 hour ride, I guess, roughly speaking, for the day. Nice and easy. I don't know what the time is. I think we're coming up to lunchtime. Don't really know. I want to turn left down one of these side streets if I can, but some of them are one way, so you've got to kind of play the game so you don't get in trouble with the good people of the police force here. Yeah, okay, that's a one way, so the next one they alternate. I'm going to duck down this one. Alright, so we are here at the optometrist. I'm going to shut the camera off and we'll pick it up after we've got the job done here and we're heading south. Okay, we're now about 20 minutes south of Ojongan Township, and Andy said he knows a shortcut that's a really nice ride. So this is it. I've never been down here. And this will bring us out near our friend's driveway entrance apparently. So we'll just see what we got here. Well, that was a fun little ride. Nice road, no traffic, beautiful scenery, and this is the main road we're meeting back up again. That was a good little shortcut. Handy tip. And our friend Malcolm's driveway entrance is just up here on the right. Malcolm is an American who used to fly jumbo jets for UPS and has now retired, and he's living here on his property. It's quite a large property actually. I don't know exactly how big, maybe like a hectare, with his Filipino wife. Oh, it's a bit bumpy. And he's a diver also. He has a vested interest in Pili Divers. So Andy and he work together on that business. Andy's the dive instructor, and I think Malcolm just got his dive instructor ticket as well. I'm not too sure. Let the bike move around underneath us, just up on the pegs a little bit. Alright, 100 metres of not so nasty stuff. We're just coming up to an apartment block, which you wouldn't think would be out here in the middle of nowhere, but this is owned by a gentleman by the name of Michael from Germany, and you can see it there. It's quite a large building. He's got another block there, and on the right just up here he's constructing another huge apartment block. And friendly kid. Up there is, oh gosh, it's really going well. Up there is the next one, and he sells these apartments to Germans who would like to come and live in a German-oriented community here on beautiful Tablas. They have their own chef, a German chef, and they seem to enjoy themselves here. They've got a nice big swimming pool. I've got all the mod cons, all the luxuries, and a beautiful view. I don't know if you can see it down there, but there's a a stunning view out over the bay just to the south of us. You can see the headland there at the entrance to the bay, and this is just coming up to the entrance to Malcolm's property. How beautiful and green are those rice fields. Not quite ready for harvest yet. Oh, the ones on the left are that yellow. When they go that yellow, you can see the Pili, which I talked about in my last Moto vlog. Moto vlog number 1. I think I might have to do more of these. They're good fun. Alright, this is the entrance to Malcolm's property. So good to be here. Love this guy. He's like a second father to me. So really looking forward to spending this afternoon and this evening with Malcolm and Ivy. Here we are. Hello. Alright. Beautiful house. Oh. Is that okay?
No, you don't mind? Oh, no, you can't.
G'day, mate.
How was the ride?
That was great. Thank you very much. Good to see
Good
you.
to see you. Glad you could make it.
Thank you very much. It's
Yeah.
going to be a great night. Looking
Yeah,
forward to it.
absolutely.
All right. Cheers, mate.
Cheers, amigo.
Cheers. Thank you so much. Oh,
Make yourself at home.
thank you very much. I love what you've done with the place.
Thank
Now,
you.
I don't think the TV's big enough, so just quietly.
Yeah, I know. I did.
Thanks, mate. All right, fantastic night. Good people, great hospitality. That Korean barbecue last night was something special. So big thanks to Malcolm and Ivy for having us. Andy's got some stuff to do, so he's going to do this final leg by himself. So I'm just heading off now, get back to the family. It's about a 1 hour ride south from here. So got a shortish run into a town called Lo'ok, and then once we're through there, about half hour down to Santa Fe, which is our local town, and then it's only about 15 minutes from there. So I think this run will be maybe just a little bit over an hour. And again, we've got good weather. We've managed to avoid all the rain, and it has rained a bit, but just not while we've been on the bikes, which is great. Just coming past Michael's resort, Michael and Teresa, Seaview Resort, where the Germans are. Beautiful resort. And head up here to the main road, turn right, and then it's on. And all nice windy roads from here down to home. Not too many long boring straights, which is great. It's going to be another enjoyable day on the motorcycle. Oh, and what a motorcycle too. I love this machine. Looks after me so well. And we now know that the island's open. So we still got some rumours last night that there's some checkpoints up, and the rumours said that they were up where we went yesterday, and we didn't see anything, so I don't know what's going on. Anyway, back on the highway. Here we go. I've now been riding for about an hour, and I am about 1 kilometre from home. Finally, we did it. Circumnavigated the island after 18 months of lockdown and travel passes. So let's go back to the beginning. Huge thanks to Owen and Angie from Footprints Resort. I'll put a link in the description below so you can find them on Facebook if you're ever on Tablas and you want to stay up on the north side of the island. Shout out to Malcolm and Ivy for their hospitality and that wonderful Korean barbecue last night. Thank you very much, guys. That was awesome. Shout out to Warren as well, who showed us his beautiful home overlooking the mountains and the sea up north there. That was a stunning place. And a huge shout out to my mate Andy from Pili Divers. Thanks, Andy. It's been a great trip, mate. Look forward to doing another one with you soon. Alrighty, so there you have it. We've got the job done. And I'm nearly at our driveway entrance. So if you have enjoyed this video, please click on the like button, and hitting subscribe will help you find future videos that I post. It helps me out too. Thank you so much for watching. Your support over these years as I've built this channel up really means a lot to me, and going through 1,000 subscribers is a really nice goal. So thanks to all of you, especially those who've clicked on the subscribe button. Really appreciate it. Thanks for the comments. If you've got any questions or comments, please don't hesitate. I try to answer everything as they pop up. So in the meantime, I hope wherever you are in the world, your family and you are happy, safe and well, and we will see you in the next episode. Bye.